turn it off when I stop recording games. Alright, Novalie demo. You guys can see it. You can't see it. Now you can. It's another one that won't get picked up. God damn it. Fix your shit, OBS. Hello. Welcome to Novalie. This is not a game for kids. It's a disturbing game containing crude violence, horror, and partial nudity. Brilliant. It also contains references to tobacco. Holy shit! You have to put a warning on a video game now if it references tobacco. Dude, when we were children, we would walk around and get tobacco smoke blown in your face by everybody. Every house you went to would be covered in smoke. I went to the pub with like my grandparents and the entire place was just, you couldn't see your hand in front of your face because the smoke is that thick in the room. Bro, and now it's like references to tobacco. Doesn't even show tobacco, it's just references it and you've got to put a warning up front. Shit is crazy. Tobacco will hurt your lungs and your blood vessels, so even if there is tobacco in the game, don't start smoking. No, I'm with you, bro. But damn. Also, don't kill other people or cut off their fingers. That's not only mean, but also criminal. That's really good advice. Thanks. And you can press space on your keyboard instead of clicking the arrow. Okay, let's start. Chapter 1, The Forest. I don't remember. No matter how hard I try, I can't remember. But deep within, I hear a voice telling me that I've been here before. That this is not the first time I'm visiting the dark forest. The fog lies dense, and around me, half-dead trees rise, stretching out their branches like white ghosts. They're definitely not white, but okay. And I'm not alone. Something is out there, twisted ghosts that I can only glimpse. Terrified, I turn around and start running. With a pounding heart, I turn around, peeking over my shoulder while I run. Bang! I run straight into something and fall handless to the ground. What? In front of me rises a black metal grating gate. It goes all the way up to the sky as if the forest was a prison. I hear the wraiths behind me getting closer, so I get up trying to shake the gate open, but it's locked. I close my eyes, trying to remember. Because I've been standing in front of this gate before, haven't I? Then I see her. On a boulder, a stone's throw away, sits a young woman my own age. And I think that if someone were to describe my own opposite, it would be just like her. Tall, slim, brightly surging angel hair. I told you I hiccup when I cough. It's weird. She's wearing a tight tank top and a skirt so short that she could have skipped putting on a skirt at all. I don't know why it happens. God damn. In her hand, she holds a candy bag, big enough to hold candy for every kid in the whole city. Whoa, we saw her. Hello. Looking for something? They're after... Now I've got friggin' hiccups. How am I gonna play this game hiccuping the whole time? They're after me. Oh, it's always something, isn't it? We all have our problems, and you're pretty used to problems, aren't you? I'm grunting. Do I know you? You don't know me, but I know you. I stare into the forest. The distorted shadows are getting closer. They're coming! We have to run! We have to open the gate! But the girl with the short skirt just laughs. She gets up from the boulder and walks slowly towards me, stopping so close to me that I instinctively take 2 steps back. I can tell you how to open the gate. Tell me! She takes a candy rat out of the bag and puts it in her mouth. But it's not something I give away for free. It costs. I have nothing to give you. Oh, but it doesn't have to be a thing. Maybe you could pay me with... Why? That's not how people pose for a kiss, is it? Is it developer? I'm talking to this. Everybody, just give me a moment here. Turn your screens off. I'm talking face to face to the developer now. Is this how you open your mouth for a kiss? Just a normal kiss? Something is wrong with you, sir. Something is terribly wrong with you, okay? You are a disturbed individual. She leans closer, and with her wet tongue hanging out of her mouth, I can feel her candy breath. A kiss. A kiss? Kiss another girl? My family would have chopped me into pieces. We believe in the scripture of the 4 important gods, and the 4 gods would definitely condemn such things. But the wraiths are approaching, and the girl with the candy bag obviously doesn't understand the seriousness. I draw a deep breath, close my eyes, and give the girl a quick kiss. Tell me now, how can I open the gate? You call that a kiss? That's like paying for a line of coke with plastic toy money. Please, we have to open the gate. They're going to kill us both. In that case, it's even more important that you give me a real anger, used to not being able to fight back. So instead, I take a step forward, hold her tight, close my eyes, and let my lips be embraced by hers. She tastes like candy. Then the girl suddenly takes a step back and smiles, strokes me across my cheek. We look each other in the eyes. I've met her before, haven't I? Have we even kissed before? But then I hear the wraiths. They're closer. Close. Too close. The gate, how can we open it? With a key. Not just any key, right? Even if it did work with any key, it wouldn't help, right? Since you're all out of keys. But yes, it's a special key. So where is the key? Come on, hurry up! You may be in a hurry, but I'm not. And the key is in your pocket, so stop yelling like a madman about it, will you? But you just said that I didn't have any keys. Maybe I lied. Maybe the key appeared after I said that. Does it matter? We're in a hurry, right? What the hell? She's a fucking idiot. She sucks. And from my pocket, she pulls out a golden shimmering key and starts walking towards the gate. She puts the key in the lock. I leap towards the gate, but I fall to the ground and scrape my arms and forehead. This is a horror game, by the way. When I try to stand up, I discover that my shoelaces are tied together. The girl smiles at me and closes the gate behind her. Please, open the gate. But instead, she locks the gate. Maybe you hate me right now, but one day, you'll understand. I'm surrounded by the wraiths. They're stretching their grotesque arms after me. You can't leave me here. Oh, I can. This is like some weird Flash game. Scary Flash game from 2005. You'll have to excuse me for not staying and watching. It's usually kind of grisly. Nothing you want to watch when you're eating candy. She turns her heels, strolls away, and disappears into the fog. I'm screaming. The wraiths tears and claws, pulls my hair, rips off my clothes, and pushes me down to the ground. One of the ghosts sits over my face and forces his slimy hand into my mouth. I want to throw it, but I can't. I'm trying to break free, but it's useless. And the arm slides deeper and deeper into my mouth and down my throat. A reverse puppet. The alarm clock rings. With its blaring, it grinds down the dream world into confetti. I fly up with a jolt, gasping for breath. I turn the alarm off. The bed is soaked in sweat, wet as if someone dipped it in the sea. The duvet and pillow are thrown on the floor. I try to shake off the feeling from the dream, but no matter how hard I try, it's still there. Like an annoying tenant who is impossible to kick out. That's a terrible metaphor. I reach for the duvet and wipe the sweat from my forehead. I should take a shower, but I don't know I have the time. Dude, you just woke up from a sweaty, dirty dream. Like, you're covered in sweat. You can't go out like that. There's no way you can walk out of your house like that. This morning, my father and Bashir, the younger of my 2 brothers, are coming home from their trip to Aden. Today, they are back in Sweden, and I have something important to tell them, an important letter to show them, a letter that could be my ticket to freedom. I put on my clothes and walk out my room, out into the hallway and down the stairs. Every step I take hurts. The pain had been there since the accident almost 4 years ago. At first it was difficult. It felt as if I'd never be able to walk again. Now it's become the new normal. The stings are the worst. To avoid focusing on the pain, I look at the paintings hanging on the walls. Generations of leaders of the Al-Nasbaid family. Men with serious faces and dark eyes, who managed to keep the family powerful, rich. Exactly what the family is doing, I do not know. Something illegal? Probably. On a couple of occasions, I'd asked my father. What is this? I asked my father and my 2 brothers, but every time they've just said business is not for women. So bad. I'm just replying to a message. I'm sorry. Is she on her way back? It's getting late, mate. Just saying. She's got to drive on her own. When I come down the stairs, my brother Farron is already there. As always, with a thick book in his hands. He's deeply immersed in the world of books and notices me only when I give him a friendly knock on his head. Then he looks at me, squints over the edges of his glasses and smiles. Nerd! Already up. With one finger, he's pushing up his glasses, and they quickly slide back down to the tip of his nose. Farron's glasses always balance on the tip of his nose. Sometimes I wonder if he really needs glasses to see better, if he's just wearing them to be able to squint over the edge and look well read. I stretch and yawn. I feel like I've been participating in Tour de France all night and not sleeping at all. What you reading, bro? Shit. Dimensions of Miracles? I've read this book so many times, but I still discover new dimensions in it. No, unintended. This looks like Antares. You see Antares in chat? This is what he looked like before he got, like, fat. You know that our father and Bashir are coming home this morning. You know, everything's going to be back as normal, right? I nod. What I know what Farron means. Our father is a strict man with great respect for archaic values and religious precepts. My brother Bashir can't even spell the word respect, but loves rules and regulations. As long as they give him power to push others around. Farron's different. One day when father gets too old to lead the family, then it's my turn, and then things will be handled different. But until then you must persevere. Promise me that. I think I found it. I just feel like I found it. The letter feels almost magical in my hand when I hand it over to Farron, as if there was a magical spell written on it. I don't know if we want to keep going on with this one. This one's grinding on me, I won't lie. Farron unfolds the paper and begins to read. Then he looks at me, squints over his glasses. What is this? Med school, Farron. I've gone into med school. I'm gonna be a doctor. Oh, wow. There's no doubt who's the intelligent one in the family, but there's always a but. I stare at the clock on the wall. The scary clock my father brought home one day. It's a funny clock, he said. It is a funny clock. I'd use that. That's wrong. So wrong. That's not a funny clock. It scared me as a child. It still scares me. I call it the horror clock. He's not even angry. We hear the sound of a car outside the house and peek out the window and see my father's pitch black BMW driving up the yard. This seems like it's, I don't know. What is that website called? Wattpad? It feels like a bad Wattpad horror story that someone's turned into a visual novel by adding, they've put got like real pictures, right? And just filtered the crap out of them and then done some MS Paint characters. Like, I don't want to insult it too badly. I just feel like the writing's not exactly there. I don't feel very tense or scary. It just kind of is weird in maybe not the best way. Our father and Bashir get out of the car and walk towards the house. At the door, I hear my father's stubborn smoke cough. It seems to follow him like night follows day. I draw a quick breath, stretch my back and correct my hair, then the door opens. Welcome back. How does it feel to be home again? Our father shows us a smile so big his pipe almost falls out of his mouth. I didn't expect him to look like that. Oh, shit, I didn't read that. Can I look at the log? Oh my god, I can. Oh, just amazing. When you have such beautiful children meeting you at the door, your heart melts like chocolate in the sun. Dude, Nobody speaks like that. Your heart melts like chocolate in the sun. It seems to follow him like night follows day. I get it. You understand what a metaphor is. Alright? Oh, well, a simile. But still. I get it. We get it. You can... You know simile. What you don't understand, I would say, is probably nuance. Not to be too harsh. I nod. Father smiles. Give me a huge hug. I have to tilt my head to avoid getting his pipe in my eye. Then I meet Bashia's gaze. It's cold. And I know that behind those eyes lives a darkness, a soulless emptiness that hates all that is good. Jesus Christ! That guy's obviously evil. Clearly a complete madman. Look at your clothes. You look like a fucking whore. A fat cow. You know that, don't you? His knuckles turned white when he takes firm grip of my love handles and whispers in my ear, "You don't want to embarrass the family, do you?" Hit him. I give Bashir a straight right over his face, crush his nose bones, and blood splashes in all directions and stains both the floor and the walls. And Bashir begs on his knees, but I don't care. I kick him in his head, stomp on his face, bite his throat like a wild wolf. This is in her head. But unfortunately, I only do that stuff in my imagination. In reality, I nod and stare down at the floor, obviously. Yeah, I'm sorry, I don't want to embarrass the family. Bashir pats me on my cheek. I'm taking a deep breath, and I showed a letter to my father and brothers. I have entered med school. I'm moving to Umwea. I'm going to be a doctor. Silence. I will make the family proud. More silence. That's, well, nice, isn't it? It's pretty clear who's the smart one in the... Father shakes his head. Studies are not for women. Pauses his sentence for a coughing attack. Then he puts his pipe back in his mouth. He inhales deeply and blows out the smoke into the room. And you know that too, Farron. Farron swallows, pokes his glasses back down with his finger, then immediately slide down again. Yeah, of course, what I was trying to say. A horror clock. Agrees my father. I bite my lip. I have other news. Been traveling, the homeland of our family, relatives seen in years. Someone's coming to visit us. Who? Your cousin Hasna. We had been best friends like soulmates, like sisters. Her parents passed away. And now she moved away. Now she's coming back. I had stopped her that day. She was standing by her bedroom window with a knife in her hand. I've missed her so much. I'm sure. But she'll be back tomorrow? Hasna, it was like 100 years ago. Father nods and sips his pipe. They'll stay here for a while with her husband. Struck by a thought, it feels like I've been hit by a baseball. What does it have to do with my future? Because along with them comes my cousin, Aldin. Your future husband. What? No way. Aldin has agreed to marry you, Ashia. You know it's time for that. It's good for you. It's going to be a big day for our family. We're going to have a big wedding. This isn't a horror game in the normal sense of horror. This is just a very depressing story about an outdated culture that imposes things like fates on women, and you know they can't study or read, and they've just got to get married when they're 16 and just make babies, just be baby machines, and then look after all those babies. That is just a sad look at like 40% of the world. It's not good. But I'm gonna go down. I think I'm gonna stop this. I don't know. I'm not clicking with this at all. It's very weird. Should I continue? I'm gonna have to break because I need to go down and grab Kim quickly and help her carry some stuff upstairs. So I'm gonna give it a break. Let me know if I should continue. Just give me. I'm gonna be 2 minutes. So I'll stop this recording and then I'm gonna pop over to paused. Now I'm back. I'm gonna say hello. Ding ding. Nobody's seen you on stream for 100 years.
I know.
Remember we used to make videos together and then everyone's like, where's Kim? Where's the body? No, that is... Alright, we're recording again. And then pause. Oh, the light! The light! The light! Thank you. I'm back. Let's give it 2 more minutes. Let's give it 2 or 3 more minutes. It's just not very scary, and I don't know if it's terribly well written. It's just honestly a bleak look into this character's life and how horrible it is to be a woman in certain areas of the world, and you have no future, you're not allowed to do anything. You're just subjugated to be the housewife, just baby machine. So yeah, I don't know. This isn't. It's weird. It's more just uncomfortable. I want to scream, yes, father. Then our father turns to Farah and son, we need to talk business. I guess a lot of things have happened while I've been away. Farah nods before he follows the father to the study. Sad look. The horror clock laughs at me. I look down at the admission, okay? Dream is shattered to smithereens like a fragile porcelain vase. Or is there still a chance? Maybe I can kill everybody in my family. Eat it! Bashir smirks at me. He picks a toothpick out of his pocket and starts poking his crooked teeth. You like to eat, don't you? What? Have you lost your hearing? Do as I say, eat the letter. I want to see you fucking chew and swallow. This is I don't like this. Here we go. This is what Farron meant when he said things were going back to normal. Maybe there's a way to stop this. Maybe if I say no. I said no, you little bitch. What are you gonna do about it? That's not up to you, is it? Grabs a paper from my hand, squeezing into a ball. He makes a tight grip of my hair and pulls my head back. Been alone with our elder brother for too long. I guess I have to remind you who's in charge. Slaps her face, pinches her nose, and pushes a lump of paper into her mouth. Clearly, this can't really be happening. So she starts chewing it. You look like a fucking cow. Dude, there's no way anybody in the house is letting this happen. Holds a toothpick between his fingers. Cracks in half. Ask you a question, Ashia. Answer me. Yes, I look like a fat cow. And the first tear breaks and slips down my cheek. This is just awful. This is... I can't do this. Cover my face with my hands. Is this life? It cannot be, because the only place that can be this cruel is hell. Yeah, exactly. Limp up the stairs. Close the door. Allow myself to cry. Same notebook I used in class at school. I open the book, scroll past the Swedish lessons, trigonometry, periodic table. Each page has neat notes. Day of the lesson. Hopeless effort. My cousin Hassan would... I always feared what happened to Hassan would have happened to me. Turn the page again, and there, on the last page, I see something that makes my jaw drop. I forget about the marriage. Because on the page in the notebook, there is a pencil drawing. It's detailed and well made. By a real artist. Makes me lose my breath. Is the motive. Shows the forest, the dark forest from my dream. On the ground, I see myself pressed down by the ghosts, with my eyes filled with horror. And on the other side of the gate, I glimpse the girl with the candy bar far away in the fog. Then I look at the date, it makes me freeze. Somebody painted this drawing last night. Aisha kissed the girl in her dream. Aisha's furious, filled with pent-up anger. Aisha thinks family is important. Aisha didn't obey Bashir. This is someone twisted fantasy in game form below. Yeah, that's it. The demo version's over. Thanks a lot for playing it. 24 chapters with scary moments, zany characters, lots of branching paths. I just, honestly, I mean... Okay, let's talk about this, because in horror games, and it's a psychological horror game, and you know what, I don't know if I've ever felt as uncomfortable as reading some of that game or playing some of that game. And you know what, that's psychological horror, man. I didn't want to continue playing it. It made me feel strange. It felt wrong. That's forms of psychological horror. It did a great job at that, but I don't know if that was done on purpose or if it was because it was written strangely. You know what I mean? Like, I can't tell if that's something that they accomplished because of really good writing or really bad writing. And it's weird. It's in a weird state in the middle. I didn't click with a lot of that stuff. It just felt, and some of the writing was bad, for sure. Some of the writing was novice, you know, from novice writers, which is fine, right? It's just it was a little hard to digest at times. I'm gonna give it a 2, and I'm sure a lot of people are gonna really like that because it is that weird, and it does make you feel uncomfortable. But I don't know. It made me feel bad in the wrong way. Not scared, just awkward and confused, and I was just like, and grossed out, you know? It was weird. But it did a good job at doing that though, so I don't know if that's what it's trying to accomplish. Maybe it is. Maybe it is. It says, in a few days she's forced to marry her slimy uncle. Oh, dude, it gets worse. What the fuck? You know what? Honestly, I'm just like, you know what? Let's just kill everybody. I think we just kill everybody in that house. We just go on a rampage. But for real, yeah. I mean, that's it wants to. It wants to get a reaction from you, and that's exactly what it does. So, what can I say? Right? It did a really good job of that. Just not my thing, really. So I've given it a lower score for sure. Because also I don't think the writing is that good. But yeah, not really my thing. Some people are going to really like that. Let's move on.